Some of you may be aware, perhaps some of you here, that I'm Kevin P. Gilday and I'm the man who loves beer.
Mr. Kevin Gilday!
Some of you may be aware, perhaps some of you here, that I'm Kevin P. Gilday and I'm the man who loves beer. I'm an alehouse resident. I can carry in man an amber elixir imbiber, a pint swallowing ban, an alcoholic interloper, forever available for a drink. With an etch a sketch diary, there's no plans, I won't sink. For a night out, for a quick one, for a lunchtime beverage, for a night in, for a nightcap, for early morning leverage, for a swift one, for a cura, for a Sunday session, for the head of the dog, for a few tins, for a late night lesson, and how to drink with the best of them, and just vomit rid and stupor, and get right back on it without complaint. You can't say I'm not a trooper, dedicated to the cause, field marshal general of the drink, with strategic intelligence of my targets, instinctively aware of the nearest clink, of glasses shared between lovers, acquaintances and friends, stories regaled of stupendous feats, bridges burned and made amends. The booze seeps into my blood, just a trickle and then a flood that coils around my brain. I calm the spreads across my chest, my anxiety it soon arrests, replaced instead with a yearning for chow mein. And you might let me fuck you now, after I charm and wear and beg, but will you still love me tomorrow, when I have shit running down my leg? Is it poison, does it spitting? Capillaries swell and explode as bile is ejected and stomach lining erodes. And I pray for some god to take me to heaven, Valhalla, or the pub, where the antidote awaits me. And therein lies the rub, the comfort, the hunger, the thirst, the craving, the longing, the lust, the demand, the desire to feed, the urge, the want, the need for an artificial aid. Social vibrator, personality lubrication, conversation stimulator. And maybe one day it will kill me. And no flags will fly half-mast, but friends and lovers will tell stories, share a joke and raise a glass. Chisel it on my gravestone. The man who rests here is Kevin P. Gilday, the man who loved beer. Thank you, and thank you very much for coming out tonight, guys. I'm Kevin P. Gilday, the man who loved beer, and this is a show all about my relationship with alcohol, and in particular with beer. The relationship is a strange word to be using in the context of alcohol, but it really is the only word that sums up the weird omnipresence of this liquid in my life, and more frighteningly in my decision making, such as my decision to put on a gig in Glasgow in January. But here we are. And I love beer, I really do. Not that kind of, oh, I enjoy the occasional pint. I fucking love beer. I love it so much. I love everything about it. I love the taste and the texture and the whole variety and the whole culture that comes with it. If there was a scale, and like down at the bottom of the scale, this is like fucking, this is bad shit down here, this is like Ebola at the bottom of the scale. And like, round about here, this is beloved family pet territory. And at the top, this is like my own mother at the top of the scale. If I was to place beer on the scale, it would be here beside my own mother. And that's not even doing her a disservice, I just really love beer. And to prove it, I wrote this piece. This is an ode, a celebration for the love of beer. For the love of beer, fill your glasses, find a table and park your arses. Let the multitude of the art form overtake masterpieces rendered in golden opaque, a nectar handed down from the god of hops, be they micro-brewed or lager tops, all fermented by modern alchemy. Magic incarnate we cannot see would transform simple ingredients, hops, water and wheat, into this ecclesiastical liquid that transcends conceit. Drinking great art created by anonymous auteurs, a liquid-based sculpture, admire the contours, while alcohol-infused brushstrokes dance on your tongue, leaving you feeling comfortably numb. My hatlessly hammered hobby, an explorer of flavour, drunk Indiana Jones, do me a favour. Gonna get us a pint, I don't get paid till a week today. Just get me anything, as long as it's an IPA, or a Hefeweizen, or a Dunkel, or both joined together, a Pilsner or a Pale Ale, dependent on the weather, a Kolsch or an Ale, Warren recipes, a Stout or a Porter, staunch delicacies, bitter or mild, Lambic or Bock, or one of those brewed by Belgian monks that renders you unable to fucking walk. Just gaze a beer. And all this complex majesty, its myriad forms, its simple pageantry. And you may mock my living stance, to hold the inanimate so dear, I'll still fill my glass proudly for the love of beer. Thank you. So, you may be wondering where this started, where did this love of beer stem from? My first memories of coming into contact with alcohol were seeing my dad take a drink and seeing my dad drunk, and the kind of unpredictable nature of that. You know, was it going to be this kind of celebratory, joyous mood because Celtic had won and his horses came up? Or was it going to be this medieval self-reflection, listening to the Joy Division in a smoke-filled room? And I was only a wee guy at the time, you know, I had other priorities. I wanted to get to the end of the ice level in Mario Brothers 3, and even then it seemed ridiculous. I mean, why would you want to drink? Why would you want to spend your money on losing control? Why would you want to be clumsy or morose? Especially when you're an adult, you do whatever you want. You can spend all day playing computer games and stay up all night watching WWF. I mean, why would you want to drink instead? But maybe even then it was just running through my veins, just lying dormant, waiting for me to come of age. Or maybe I'm just a product of my background. And as a working class Glaswegian male, maybe drinking was just always going to be my birthright. Vile, disgusting, putrid, horrible, rotten, horrible. I've just had my first taste of beer, age 5. Beck swigged direct from my father's bottle with his blessing, sharing his illicit hobby with his son, for his own amusement more than anything. To watch me screw up my face and wonder why anyone would voluntarily drink this. Gaseous and living, bitter and unforgiving, an elaborate joke, sharp and harsh, discourteous and brash, giving me the bulk. Devoid, building, reeling, cutting, clawing, consuming vodka, introduced to my life, age 15, procured with great care and no little ingenuity. With surgical precision, shots are decanted into the cap, colourless, but with a potent odour, of the kind more associated with treacherous DIY than exotic alcohol. Poisonous and clear, with bite and sear, overloading my senses, silent and looming, bitter and subsuming, my palate wrenches. Steaming, fucked, wrecked, Jake, wasted, pissed, drunk on cheap lager. Age 17. Freed from the shackles of domesticity, I stumble, bleary-eyed, towards independence. in a cramped university dorm littered with empty cans. My aluminium army awaiting my command. A novice's tolerance is supplemented by a miraculous regeneration, a superpower now lost to time. Unruly and rowdy, then bleary and cloudy, a constant haze, moulding and warming, character forming, halcyon days. Sick, ill, delicate, feeble, weak, afflicted by whiskey, an evil spirit, age 23, mixed with a cocktail of macho bravado and self-hatred that rots my insides like rust, drinking to numb myself to the latest romantic betrayal and the ongoing drama that is my life. The script is cliche-ridden and punctuated by inconsistencies, fraying through the woozy small focus of a drunken director as I lay lifeless, contemplating, soulless and crushing, less than nothing, hopelessly detached, lay my fears bare with consideration and care, the surface barely scratched.
Very important part of the show. Hangover poem number 1. The Awakening. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. What is happening? Why is this happening? How did I get home last night? Did I get a taxi? If I get any money left in my wallet, I'll just check. No, you'll know. Sit down, sleep it off, eyes shut, no standing, games a bogey. You're alright. You're alright. You're alright. I'm not worried, I'm going to be sick. Thank you. That one based on a true story. So, if history's taught us anything, it's that life has never been easy. But maybe it's never been this complicated either. The way we live our lives today with social media and technology, we end up fractured. We end up being pulled in 100 different directions. We end up trying to be everything to everyone. And to do that, we invent ourselves an identity. And then we use that invented identity on online dating profiles. And the hopes that our knowledge of European cinema will help us get a home. Which it doesn't, by the way, I have tried. But how do we hold on to the intrinsic nature of who we are when modern society is buzzing around us? How do we hold on to who we really are when we have to keep all those wheels turning? When we have to keep all those plates spinning? My life is dictated by my bank account. Digital digits displaying an arbitrary amount, an abstract expression of my personal freedom, missing the laughs like a Dad's Army rerun, drifting aimlessly like a sallow corpse on the Dead Sea because cash rules everything around me. And the plates keep spinning, and the plates keep spinning. And I try to be a good man with all that entails. But I go to sleep each night on a bed of nails, gnawing doubts surrounding attack, hemorrhaging hope like I'm tied to a train track. I try to be a man of honesty, truth and love, but trouble just fits me, hand and glove. And the plates keep spinning, and the plates keep spinning. And my family don't even know who I am. They receive coded missives from a mysterious man purporting to be their son or brother, scheduling conflicts just to see my mother. I try to explain how hard it is to breathe, absent as always, without leave. And the plates keep spinning, and the plates keep spinning. And you might say I'm a wank, but I know I'm an artist. Explaining what I do is always the hardest. Sit around all day with my dick in my hand, experiencing more anguish than any man should withstand just to jot down a few lines of kinetic creativity before deleting them again, alone, unequivocally. And the plates keep spinning, and the plates keep spinning. And my time is siphoned by the beast of necessity. My days spent in a faded room, sealed hermetically, just to make enough money to eke out an existence, keep breathing due to others' insistence, will debt cast a shadow across all future endeavours, contributing to a rising arterial pressure. And the plates keep spinning, and the plates keep spinning, and the plates keep spinning, and the plates keep spinning. Cheers. Clearly need to drink more beer. So, is it any wonder I drink when life is crushing you with its monotonous shit, wasting your talent day after day? What's wrong with a wee bit of escapism? A chance to slow time down, to speed it up, to disconnect your brain, let it explore nooks and crannies, avenues it might not usually get to. And you start to shed your inhibitions. You get closer and closer to that mystical moment, that point of wild, drunken abandon, where absolutely everything seems like a good fucking idea. Yeah, mate, that's the pub closed now, man. Do you want to go and get the last bus? Fuck that. Do you want to go and get a kebab that looks like a fucking diseased lung? Do you want to go and climb that scaffolding? Do you want to go canoeing down the Clyde? And this is the state you're in when you do, what, like 80% of your socialising. This is the state you're in when you attempt to talk to people that you're attracted to. Fuck, that was a good idea. But if you're lucky, they're just as drunk as you are. Maybe the stars align and they actually find you charming. And maybe they invite you back to theirs. And what then? Well, it provokes and it unprovokes. It provokes the desire, but it takes away the performance. Shakespeare said that, and he knew his shit. But if you're me, well, if you're me, you just want to put your words in the right order. I'm too fucked to drunk. I'm too staggered to hammered. I'm too function to pissed. All my words come out stammered. But you invite me home to your back, and we start kitchen and the kissing. Throw my pants down your hands, trying to figure out what's missing. But my stir, it starts to penis. But my limited is reaction. My strike have went on genitals. I can get no satisfaction. But you get eagerly working, and that effort they appreciate. But your unrewarded goes enthusiasm, because I'm afraid I can't participate. No amount of shaking hip erotic can slumber me from my awake. It's all the drank I've booze that's drained the venom from my snake. So just rub my sick while I'm back, and I'll be more than the useful. But for cuddle, just give me a tonight, and at least you know I'm drunk when I'm truthful. Cheers. But then you wake up the next day. You wake up the next day and your heat's killing you, and your mouth is dry, and all that confidence from the night before is deserted you. And what's left? What is a man? With these highly evolved monkeys, powered by muscles, constructing reality through the movement of electricity in our brains. Well, basically making it up. And at no point is that more apparent than the morning after the night before. No longer invincible. no longer infinite, simply feeling mortal. Today, I'm feeling mortal. The veneer of life has been exposed as nothing more than wishful thinking. My confident gait has been transposed 20,000 leagues below sinking. I face a world of dangers in a suit of jelly, shoe shine, hairstyle, prominent beer belly. Today, I'm feeling mortal. Harangued by a hangover-induced fear, I swear I can hear my life ticking away. Shower supplemented by a misplaced tear, make hay while you may. Because some days begin with a convex head and end in a confessional box shaped like a bed. Today, I'm feeling mortal. Like every step could be my last, like my time is up, my fate is sealed. Like I'm living a dream of my past, picking the scab before it's healed. Stripping away the layers with impunity. Just long enough until I get my opportunity. Step off the pavement. I'll be hit by a bus, fall into a coma, go without a fuss, burn like a torch, charcoal and pus. Death is waiting for me. Smoke poisonous fumes till my lungs give out, beaten to death in an infamous bout, contract a tropical disease, a viral route. Death is waiting for me. Today, I'm feeling mortal, acutely aware of my imminent demise, knowledge of the end defined, too full of random elegy to surmise, too far gone to change my mind. Mortality, an empty room, a helpless plea, always death is waiting for me. For today, I'm feeling mortal.